Welcome, everyone, to the 6th annual Mile High Regatta taking place at Lake Tahoe under beautiful weather conditions. In a short while, we'll have the running of Heat 1A, and during the afternoon, we'll have a full complement of 10 boats on hand here that will determine, ultimately, the winner of the 6th annual Mile High Regatta for the Mapes Trophy, brought to you by Charlie Mapes, the sponsor of this particular event, along with the association here at Lake Tahoe. Now, the lineup for Heat 1A will include Maverick, Miss US 1, Gale 6, Flipway 2, and Breathless 2. That's for the running of Heat 1A. Flipway 2, Gale 6, Maverick, and Miss US 1 in that order as they go into the right-hand corner for the first of 5 times around the course in Heat 1A. Flipway 2 getting off to a beautiful start. It is Flipway 2 now, halfway through the right-hand corner, and it is Maverick coming up on the inside corner. Getting off in there on the inside corner and taking away that inside pole position from the Flipway 2, which slides to the outside. And as they approach the exit buoy, it is Maverick out in front, and it is Flipway 2 in second place. It is Gale 6 in third place, and it is Miss US 1 as they are tightly bunched going up the back stretch. Halfway up the back stretch, it is the Maverick going out in front real hard now, and the Flipway 2 is just getting under speed as Gale 6 comes up on the inside and contends with her as they move up the back stretch. On the first of 5 times around the course, the Miss US 1 is trailing, approaching the three-quarter mark of the back stretch. On the first time around the course, the Maverick is leading by about 5 seconds over Flipway 2, which is going into the corner hot on her tail, and Gale 6 has dropped back to third position. Miss US 1 is trailed, and we haven't seen Breathless 2 on the course. Halfway through the left-hand corner, we have Maverick leading in the race by about 1 buoy marker over Flipway 2, as he did an excellent job of getting down inside of the Flipway 2. Brian Weigel went in a little bit too hard and had to slide wide, and Maverick was up on the inside corner. Now there's less than a buoy marker between the 2 boats as they come off the exit buoy of the left-hand corner in the first of 5 times around the course. Gale 6 has slipped back a little bit and is in third place. Miss US 1 is just going into the corner in 4th place. It is Maverick on the outside now, working real hard, coming down and gaining, putting up a big lead at the 1,000-foot mark. 500 feet away in first place, the Maverick coming down now. And getting down to the line in first place is Maverick. Started lap 2, Maverick in first place. Miss US 1, Flipway 2 is in second. She's 6 seconds behind. In third place, 10 seconds behind the leader is Gale 6. And in 4th place, just now approaching the 1,000-foot mark, is the Miss US 1. 3/4 of the way up the back stretch, we have a Flipway 2 going dead in the right-hand corner, and the Gale 6 is passing her. Gale 6 has gone by Flipway 2 and has taken over second place. And the Maverick is still running in first place. Now, Flipway 2 gets up real hard, and in this, the 4th time around the course, Maverick is going into the left-hand corner and doing a great job. And Flipway 2 gets up acceleration and goes by the Gale 6 3/4 of the way up the backstretch. Brian Weigel having a tough time with his acceleration. Now moves past Gale 6 like a moving bomb and into that left-hand corner as the Maverick comes around the corner very slowly in her 4th time around the course. And the last place boat, Miss US 1, is just going into the right-hand corner. Now, coming off the exit buoy on her 4th time around the course, the Maverick leading in the race by some 12 seconds over Maverick, who came on like a living bomb. And once again, the Flipway 2 is down, staggering badly through the corner, and the Gale 6 comes on real hard, and it'll be quite a duel for second place. At the 1,000-foot mark, at the end of lap number 4, it is the Maverick. She's humping a little bit out here. Over the line in first place at the end of 4th lap. Maverick now starts the 5th lap. Now here's the duel for second place as the Flipway 2 on the inside corner is slow to accelerate, and the Gale 6 comes on real hard, and they are dead even as they approach the 1,000-foot mark. It is Gale 6 on the outside, and now the Flipway 2 comes on real hard, and Brian Weigel gets up real big, and Gale 6 almost loses it. Flipway 2 is in second place by 2 seconds over the 3rd place boat, Gale 6, as they move through the right-hand corner on their 5th time around the course. The Miss US 1 completing a 4th lap, coming through the left-hand turn in 4th place, which is last place in this 4-boat race. The Maverick coming off the right-hand corner now, up the exit buoy, moving a quarter way up the backstretch. And once again, the same tail through that right-hand corner as the Flipway 2, slow to accelerate, coming laboriously off the fourth buoy now, and the Gale 6 comes up real hard on the inside of her, and the Thriftway 2 virtually dead in the water. She crawls through that turn, and now they start a duel up that back stretch, and it is Gale 6 coming to the inside now, moving away from Thriftway 2, as Brian Weigel once again has a hard time getting up, and this time he may not be able to do it. Yes, up comes the Rooster Tail now, but the Gale 6 is moving away from her. Quite a duel. Meanwhile, the Miss U.S. is coming down past the 1,000-foot mark at the end of lap number 4 in fourth place. So the Thriftway 2 comes on real hard now. She's about 3 seconds behind the Gale 6. You can hear her over on the far side of the lake. The Maverick is going through the left-hand corner in first place. She's 15 seconds out in front, and Brian Weigel comes on real hard, and he's coming up, and at that three-quarter mark, just approaching the left-hand turn, Brian Weigel goes in there past the Gale 6. A tremendous duel between these two boats as they get into that left-hand corner in their fifth and final time around the course. Off the exit buoy now, in his fifth time around the course, the lead boat. It is Maverick coming off the exit buoy, and the big duel, the one that everybody's looking at, is the duel between Gale 6 and Thriftway 2. Here comes the winner of Heat 1A at the 1,000-foot mark. It is Maverick. Maverick over the line, winner of Heat 1A. Now, here's the duel for second place as they come off the exit buoy to the left-hand side. It is Gale 6 on the outside corner, and will Thriftway 2 be able to get up her acceleration in time? Gale 6 coming on real hard now, and Brian Weigel's running out of track. Here comes the Gale 6 at the 1,000-foot mark, and Gale 6 is going to take. And in third place is Thriftway 2, and the fourth place boat is just now coming up the backstretch in her fifth and final time around the course. Here's how they finished in Heat 1A. Maverick was your winner, leading from wire to wire, getting off to an excellent start on the inside quarter, as Thriftway 2 proved to be too slow in acceleration, which ultimately cost her second place in Heat 1A. Maverick, with an average speed for 5 times around the course of 89.910, was first place and gets 400 points toward the section in the elimination heat. Second place went to Gale 6 as Lee Shaneth finally got his boat working in a good order and took over second place in the fifth and final lap from Thriftway 2. Beating Thriftway 2 for second place by some 3 seconds. As Gale 6 had second, Thriftway 2 was third, and Miss US 1 was fourth, and Breathless 2 failed to answer the bell for Heat 1A, but we understand that she'll be ready for the elimination sections in Heat 2A and 2B. Now, we come to that particular heat. Take my notes here, and give you a rundown on Heat 1B. Miss Bardall, Wild Root Charlie, Gale 5, and move along. And we have an item of interest that we want to tell you about before we tell you who will be driving Gale 5. Remember that Gold Shield coffee is the only coffee packed in Seattle, so you know that it's fresh, even fresher. Now, Gale 5 is going to be driven by Lee Shaneth, who also drove in the Gale 6. And if they get to the elimination, both boats get the elimination heat, the final heat, then he will relinquish that seat in the Gale 5 to Bill Cantrell, who is here. And now let's get ready for Heat 1B. Less than 30 seconds to go as the boats shape up at the east end of the course. Wild Root Charlie coming down on the inside. Bardall has moved up now inside of her and is coming down off the fourth buoy. And everybody's beginning to get squared away. Move Along has gone to the outside and is trailing the field a little bit. Wild Root Charlie is coming down hard. Third over from the inside. Bardall is coming on the inside, and Bardall will be able to get up some pretty good. There'll be no false start here. It is Bardall and Schrader coming down real hard. Then Gale 5 comes on real hard with Lee Shaneth at the wheel. Here is the start. Gale 5 on the outside, and Bardall on the inside, dead even going across the line. And Move Along, and then Wild Root Charlie. It is Bardall going into the corner first on the inside corner. Mira Slovak in Miss Bardall. Closely followed by Gale 5, which seemed to lose boat speed right over the start of Heat 1B. Now they're swinging fairly wide out there as Mira came through with an excellent turn. And he is now virtually at the exit buoy as the rest of the field trails. Move Along, caught in between boats now, between Gale 5 and Wild Root Charlie, has to drop back to fourth position as they come off the exit buoy. Coming off the exit buoy in first place is the Miss Bardall with Mira Slovak at the wheel, leading by about 5 seconds over the second place boat. Gale 5 with Lee Shaneth at the wheel. And the other two boats trailed in the field. It is Miss Bardall halfway up the backstretch now, leading by 10 seconds over Gale 5 in second place. Wild Root Charlie's in third place, and Move Along is in fourth, coming up real hard on the outside corner. Move Along moves into third place and leaves Wild Root Charlie in last place. Taking a look at the right-hand corner, we find that the Miss Bardall is coming on now off the exit buoy, halfway up the backstretch, and there's quite a duel on for second and third place, as the Gale 5 is leading by about 2 seconds over Move Along in third place, and Wildwood Charlie trails coming through the right-hand corner. 3/4 of the way up the backstretch in the second of 5 times around the course. Bardol out in front by some 12 seconds over the Gale 5. Gale 5 running in second place has her hands full with Move Along, which is charging on her now up the backstretch. They're halfway up the backstretch. Your lead boat is just now approaching the left-hand corner, well out in front by some 12 seconds, and the 4th place boat just comes out of the right-hand corner badly back. It is the Move Along on the outside corner trying to get up in there in contention to take over second place from Gale 5 with Lee Shanders at the wheel. 3/4 of the way through the left-hand corner. At the top of the turn, we have the lead boat, Miss Bardol. This is the second of 5 times around the course. Mira Slovak coming off the buoy now, and a duel for second place going on as Move Along moves to the outside now, going through the left-hand turn in this second lap of a 5-lap race, and the 4th place boat is just now coming up the backstretch 3/4 of the way. Bardol off the exit buoy now, coming down on the run for home at the end of lap number 2, running in first place. But the big duel is on for second place in this heat as it was in Heat 1A. Here in Heat 1B, the duel is on between Gale 5 running on the inside corner and Move Along on the outside. Move Along is out in front by half a boat length as they approach the 1,000-foot mark. It is Miss Bardol over the line, running very sick at the end of lap number 2, and Move Along is coming on real hard to take over second place at the 1,000-foot mark at the end of lap 2, and he almost tipped her over. She came down on the race sponsor, and in second place by some 3 seconds over Gale 5 in third place, and the second place boat is gaining on Miss Bardol, who is running very sick in first place. 3/4 of the way up the backstretch, we have Miss Bardol running out in front by some 10 seconds over the second place boat, Move Along. In third place, just coming off the exit buoy of the right-hand corner, is the third place boat, Gale 5, driven by Lee Shannon. The 4th place boat is just coming out of the left-hand corner to finish her 4th lap, and the Bardol, on her 5th and final time around the course, is approaching the entrance buoy of the left-hand corner here at Lake Tahoe. And closely behind her, about 6 to 10 seconds behind her in second place in this 4-boat race, is Move Along, driven by Red Loomis, who has worked his way up through the field. In third place, 15 seconds behind the leader, 3/4 of the way up the backstretch in his 5th time around the course. As Move Along comes up real hard now on Bardol, and Bardol is laboring coming off of that buoy for his 5th and final time around the course. Out of the left-hand corner, and Move Along is coming up on the inside corner. And let's see whether or not Mira Slovak has enough left. Up comes the rooster tail on Mira Slovak, and it is Move Along less than 3 seconds behind now as they come down the final half mile of the race. And it is Move Along charging, and here comes Bardol now leaping along as Mira Slovak pours the coals over to hold off the challenge of second place Move Along. Over the line goes Mira Slovak. And in second place, third place boat is just now rounding out of the left-hand corner. A tremendous finish out here as Mira Slovak, saving his engine, withstood the challenge of Move Along, who got a second-place finish in Heat 1B. Your third-place boat is coming down now to the 1,000-foot mark. Lee Shannon driving in Gale 5, his second elimination heat. He drove Gale 6 in earlier Heat 1A. And the 4th-place boat is just rounding up the backstretch. Here's the checkered flag for the 3rd-place boat, Gale 5, with Lee Shannon at the wheel. In Heat 1B, which we've just completed, Miss Bardol was the winner, leading from wire to wire, as Mira Slovak obviously saved his boat and held off last 1,000-foot challenge by Move Along, who finished in second place. Bardol first, Move Along was second, third place went to Gale 5, and Wildwood Charlie was 4th and last in a 4-boat field. Now the draw has been held for Heat 2A, and in Heat 2A you will have Thriftway 2, which gets 225 points for her third-place finish in her previous elimination section. Gale 5 with 225 points on her elimination section effort earlier in the afternoon. Maverick with 400 points, Move Along with 300, and US1 with 169. We have a total of 8 boats left out of a field of 9. This will be a 7-boat final heat, so therefore we're trying to eliminate 1 boat. At this precise moment, as I talked to you before the running of Heat 2A, only 1 boat has failed to get into the scoring column, and that boat is Breathless 2, which is due out in Heat 2B. So let's take a look at Heat 2A and see what's develops. Incidentally, only by trying Gold Shield coffee yourself can you realize the real difference in coffee flavor. Have you had a cup of Gold Shield lately? Now they're beginning to shape up as they come down off the exit buoy. Everybody's framing around in there. And let's see who's going to be down in here first. The Move Along is swung wide to the outside corner. On the inside corner, Maverick is coming up. US1 is coming up on early speed now next to her. And in third place, between boats, is the Gale 5. The US1 is coming down here pretty hard, and she won't have much boat speed. It's going to be real close. They're flagging it off. The Maverick is well back. Here comes the Move Along, and the US comes on. And it's going to be close. There's the flag. There they go. Move along and first across the line. Move along. First across the line now. Let's see if Maverick on that inside corner can take away that corner from her. Maverick coming on with late boat speed. And it looks like Gale 5 is out of it. She's out of it. And you have 4 boats left in there as they clashed in that corner. Thriftway 2 is third into the corner. Maverick is first out of the corner now. And back of her is Move Along, and then Thriftway 2. And then directly back of her is US 1, and the Gale 5 is dead just off the pit area to our right. As they move a quarter of the way up the backstretch, it is Maverick out in front now, leading by some 5 seconds. Let's see what happens now as Move Along moves to the outside, coming off the exit buoy in this first of 5 times around the course. And the Thriftway 2 is slow getting underway, real slow. She's back in third place, and the US 1 is getting ready to go by her. Thriftway 2 having a hard time getting underway as the US 1 comes up on her, and they're battling it out for third and fourth position. 3/4 of the way up the backstretch now, approaching the east turn on the first of 5 times around the course. Is the Maverick out in front, running beautifully. And after her is Red Loomis. He's about 12 seconds behind at this moment. Now the Thriftway 2 gets under speed, but the US 1 is in third place, about 3 boat lengths out in front of hers. They're 3/4 of the way up the backstretch. Halfway through the east turn, and the first time around the course, your leader is Maverick. Maverick approaching the fourth buoy now, coming down, swinging wide, staying in close, moving in on the exit buoy, and getting ready for the second place boat at the top of the turn. And now the Thriftway 2 getting up that tremendous burst of speed, goes into the corner now ahead of the boat which is now in fourth place, namely the US 1. Thriftway 2 has moved up to the third place as your lead boat Maverick comes down to the 1,000 foot mark at the end of lap 1. 500 feet away from the end of lap 1, your lead boat is Maverick. The Maverick halfway through the left-hand turn as she is here in lap number 2. Getting off the exit buoy now of lap number 2 in Heat 2A. In second place on the opposite side of the course, just going into the east corner, is the Thriftway 2. She's trailing by some 15 seconds. In third place is Move Along now, trailing by some 20 seconds, and her engine's sinking badly. And it looks as though US 1 is down in the water, and the Gale 5 is trying to get out on the course and get moved around out there. She has started and is in the east corner. The Maverick is coming down to the 1,000 foot mark. Taking a look at the left-hand corner, here in the fourth lap, your lead boat, Maverick, as Gale 5 goes by us in last place, 2 laps behind the field. Your fourth place boat is US 1. She's over on the far side of the course, slowly tooling up the side. And here comes Maverick at the 1,000 foot mark, leading at the end of lap number 4, starting lap number 5. Maverick over the line, starting lap number 5 in first place. Here comes Thriftway 2. She's at the 1,000 foot mark now. Coming real hard in the straightaway, but nothing in the corner. 500 feet away. Over the line. In this, the 5th and final lap at the left-hand turn. That's the east corner of the Lake Tahoe course. The Gale 5 is coming down to the 1,000 foot mark in last place, but directly behind her is the Maverick, and Maverick is slowing down, and Thriftway 2 is coming on in real hard. There's less than 10 seconds in between the two boats, and now Maverick begins to gather boat speed, and the Thriftway 2 once again is slow to come off that turn in acceleration. Maverick at the 1,000 foot mark in her 5th and final time around the course, getting ready to win heat number 2A. At 500 feet away from the finish, your first place finisher, Maverick, getting the checkered flag, winner of Heat 2A. In second place now, here comes Thriftway 2. She will finish about 10 seconds behind the leader. Thriftway 2 gets the second place finish and puts her in the final heat along with Maverick, winner of her 2 elimination section. Maverick was first, Thriftway 2 was second, and she was 10 seconds behind the leader. Your third place boat is 3/4 of the way up the backstretch, going to the east corner, and that boat is Move Along, driven by Red Loomis. A recap of Heat 2A, which we've just completed. Your first place boat was Maverick. That's her second winning effort in the elimination sections. Second place went to Thriftway 2, which again had the same trouble she had in her earlier elimination heat, that of having trouble coming out of the corners. Third place went to Move Along. Gale 5 having difficulty at the start of the race down in the right-hand corner, the west side of the course, finally made it back into the point of contention. Meanwhile, Miss US 1 got into a lot of trouble and had to go back to the pits at the end of 2 laps. And we find that, so at the end of 4 boats being in there, the Maverick was the winner. Second place went to Thriftway 2. Third place went to Move Along. And Gale 5 picked up a 4th place finish, and US 1 didn't get any points on a lack of finish. By the way, you remember that Gold Shield coffee is the coffee known to be the choicest in quality, a delicate blend of rare, rich-flavored coffees. Here's the point situation at the moment. Maverick has 800 points after her 2 elimination sections. Thriftway 2 has 525, Move Along 525, and Gale 5, 394. The boats that are left to run in the heat upcoming, Heat 2B. The Miss US 1, of course, sits on the outside waiting to see whether or not Breathless or Wild Root Charlie will be in there and have more points than she, so they'll have a 7-boat field in the final. It's Breathless, Gale 6, Bardol, and Wild Root Charlie in Heat 2B coming up. Go. 30 seconds now as we straighten out for the run down the stretch here on the start of Heat 2B, a 3-boat field, as Breathless 2 has not shown on the courses yet. Bardol is on the inside corner. She is led by 2 boat lengths by Wild Root Charlie, and trailing is Gale 6, and they come down to the 1,000-foot mark. Bardol is running in 3rd place, Gale 6 is 2nd, and Wild Root Charlie is coming, and now comes Gale 6 hard. Gale 6 gets off in front, followed by Bardol on the inside corner, followed by Wild Root Charlie in 3rd place. Mira Slovak going into the right-hand corner in the first of 5 times around on the inside corner. Gale 6 swings wide, and it is Bardol that holds on to the situation, and it's Wild Root Charlie in the middle now, holding on close to the 2nd place boat. A 3-boat field here in Heat 2B. To get to that 3rd and final heat, Gale 6 now moves up and is 3-boat lengths out in front of the 3rd place boat, Wild Root Charlie. As your lead boat comes off the exit buoy, that is Bardol, Mira Slovak. Coming up the backstretch now, Gale 6 comes charging on at him, and Wild Root Charlie is closely. They're about 5 seconds apart. Halfway up the backstretch, the Bardol moving real hard, moving out in front of 2nd place, Gale 6 by about 5 seconds, and in 3rd place, 10 seconds behind the leaders. They move up the backstretch is Wild Root Charlie. In the 3rd lap, we have your lead boat just coming off the exit buoy, closely pursued by the 2nd place boat, Gale 6. Bardol now starts to move up the backstretch as Gale 6 comes flying at her, 6 seconds apart. The 3rd place boat is a minute behind the leader. Halfway up the backstretch, Bardol is out in front, leading by some 6 seconds over Gale 6 in 2nd place. Wild Root Charlie in 3rd place. She just completed her 2nd lap. Breathless failed to show. 3/4 of the way up the backstretch and her 3rd time around the course. Bardol now sticks it to her a little bit, and Gale 6 falls about 8 seconds behind. She was 6 seconds behind at the end of the 2nd lap. Halfway through the left-hand turn, Bardol moves very easily as Bardol turns out to be an excellent turning boat. Rather, if Thriftway 2 had the acceleration. And now we have 2 boats at the left-hand corner and 1 at the right-hand corner, and that's the difference between the 1st and 3rd place boat. In her 5th and final time around the course, 3/4 of the way up the backstretch, is Bardol. 6 seconds behind is Gale 6, and the Wild Root Charlie is having lots of trouble, and Gale 6 comes on and starts charging at Mira Slovak as they go to the left-hand corner. He has narrowed the gap now to about 3 seconds, but once again that popping and sputtering has caused him to back off. So Mira Slovak, taking it easy through that corner, is less than a buoy marker out in front of Gale 6, who gave him a real fly there at about the halfway point of the backstretch in his 5th and final time around the course. Wild Root Charlie, your 3rd place boat in the 3-boat field in Heat 2B, is just coming off the exit buoy of the left-hand corner, coming down to the 1,000-foot mark in the run for home, and I don't think he'll be lapped. In fact, I know he won't. He'll finish the 4th lap out here and have 1 more to go, and he'll wind up in 3rd place. Mira Slovak swinging wide now, coming down in his typical gesture here in his 5th and final lap, and Gale 6 moves hard on the inside corner as Mira Slovak gives him room, and they are less than 4 seconds apart. Mira Slovak moving down now to the 1,000-foot mark, just flying. Coming in here is your 2nd place finish. Gale 6, he was 3 seconds behind. And the 3rd place boat is just now going into the right-hand corner in his 5th and final time around the course. A recap of the heat just completed, Heat 2B. We had a total of 4 boats scheduled to start in this one. Breathless 2, Jay Murphy at the wheel was scheduled to come out from around the west part of the area here at Lake Tahoe. Gale 6 was a starter, Bardol was a starter, and Wild Root Charlie. We had 3 out of the 4 answering the starter's gun. Breathless 2 never did show for the entire 5 laps. Bardol got off to an excellent start on the inside corner and finished up number 1, going from wire to wire. 2nd place went to Gale 6, and 3rd place went to Wild Root Charlie. Gale 6 took a fly at Bardol at the final moment and finished less than 4 seconds behind her, but Mira was obviously saving his engine for the big one upcoming. Remember, the Gold Shield coffee is blended with the finest coffee beans, not one, but many varieties, especially selected for their flavor. The airplane that you're looking at, which is sitting out in the middle of the court by permission of the, here in the middle of the course by permission of the officials, is the plane which will be taking Mr. Lee Showman and our cameraman back for the summary of the event, which you're seeing on Channel 5.
Come on back to Bill.
So, this is the situation here in Heat 2B. We have completed Heat 2B. Breathless is definitely out of it, and so is Miss US 1. Now, we'll have the running of today's final heat in just a moment. Welcome, everyone, to Lake Tahoe, the 6th annual Mile High Regatta race, with the 3rd and final heat upcoming for us in just a moment. We've had ideal weather conditions out here for the preliminary heats, and those preliminary heats have produced a total of 7 boats who, on the basis of the points that they have received in the various elimination sections of their heat, determined who would be left on the beach and who would be out here fighting for this big Mapes trophy, donated by Charlie Mapes, a Reno hotel owner, who in connection with the various organizations here at Lake Tahoe have been able to stage a very successful regatta. Last year's defending champion, Mira Slovak, driving in a different boat this year, is one of the solid contenders for the Mapes trophy this year in this 6th annual Mile High Regatta race. And as we look around the course, we see that one of the boats set for the finals is on the course already. Let's take a rundown on those boats that will be out here, 7 in all, and tell you a little bit about them. Maverick has shown herself to be the hot boat out here. She has averaged 89 and 90 miles an hour unofficially in her 2 heat-winning efforts. Bardol has shown herself to be equally strong, although being in weaker heat sections, she has not had to produce as much speed. But she was first in both of her elimination sections, so she's up there very solid with Maverick. Thriftway, too, if they have been able to cure her inability to come off the corners and to accelerate more rapidly, will conceivably be a solid contender with her great straightaway speed. There's no doubt about she has that. Gale 6 is in there as a very solid contender. They've made a couple of minor changes in her, and Lee Shaneth has the boat really ready to fly. He has been driving both Gale 5 and Gale 6, but in this particular instance, he will drive Gale 6. Final confirming check on the start of that 3rd and final heat, when the first boat across the line will be the winner of the Mapes Trophy. Wild Root Charlie, an entry from the east, from Buffalo, driven by Bob Schrader, has to date not shown the great speed that we saw indicated in prior races that we saw her on this year. Gale 5, well, Gale 5, according to Joe Shaneth, her owner, whom we talked to a little bit earlier this afternoon here, has said that, frankly, he's not satisfied with Gale 5. They weren't quite ready for this race at the higher altitude, but quite frankly, they will be ready for the Gold Cup. But Gale 5 is in there. She'll be driven by Wild Bill Cantrell, and she is going to be in there. And it looks like everybody's trying to be real cautious. Bardol has flipped around in a quick hurry. The Thriftway 2 has gone very slowly on her way and has pursued her way over to the outside part of the course in regard to the center lane. And so we get squared away in here. We're in the final 30 seconds. 7 in all out here as they begin to shape up. Bardol goes to the inside corner. Next to her is Maverick. Gale 5 is next to her, and then Gale 6. And then back of that is Wild Root Charlie. Wild Root Charlie goes to the outside nearest the shore. It is Thriftway 2 coming directly down the middle of the course now, and Bardol comes to the inside corner and has Maverick out in front of her, so she has to swing to the outside corner. Gale 6 comes in between boats, and there are 4 of them grouped in there together as Move Along comes to the outside corner, and we come down real hard as the boat on the inside corner is the but she's having trouble getting acceleration, and Gale 6 comes on the outside corner to take her now at the 1,000-foot mark. Gale 6 moves into second place. Gale 6 over the line now. She is 15 seconds behind the leader. In 3rd place, 20 seconds behind the leader is Thriftway 2. In 4th place is Gale 5. In 5th place is Move Along. And Wild Root Charlie. 3/4 of the way through the turn and her second time around the course is your lead boat, Maverick. And the big duel is on for second place as Gale 6 tries to hold on up there. Thriftway 2 is on the outside and losing acceleration, so Gale 6 is in second place. She is 15 seconds behind the lead boat. That lead boat is halfway up the backstretch now, leading by 15 seconds. And the rest of the field is bunched out here. And now Bardol gets underway once again. Coming down to complete her first lap, she's in last place. Maverick, 3/4 of the way up the backstretch now, leading by 15 seconds over Gale 6, running in second place. In 3rd place is Thriftway 2. In 4th place, we have Gale 5. And in 5th place is Move Along. 6th place is Wild Root Charlie. 7th place is Bardol. The lead boat going into the left-hand turn on her second time around the course is Maverick. And the Thriftway 2 comes on real hard now and goes after Gale 6 as they approach the left-hand turn on the second time around the course. He's going to catch him in the corner. The big duel is on for second place as Flip Ray 2 comes up and goes past Gale 6 now. A quarter of the way through the left-hand turn. It is Maverick now coming off the turn. And it is Gale 6 dropping back now in the left-hand turn. And Flip Ray 2 takes over. And once again, Flip Ray 2 will have trouble accelerating and have to make it up in the stretch. Coming down to the 1,000-foot mark. Your lead boat is Maverick at the 1,000-foot mark, leading by 15 seconds over the second-place boat. A two-boat duel for second place. Maverick at the end of lap 2 is leading. Let's see what she's leading by. Gale 6 on the inside corner, leading by half a boat length over Flip Ray 2, running in third place. Gale 6 comes down now and looks like she is laboring. Gale 6 is having trouble and is slowing down, and so is Flip Ray 2 slowing down. And Gale 5 comes on between boats and is ready to take over. Looks like Gale 6 is coming over here. Lee Shanus is standing up with the boat, partially to see what's going on, and he's out of the race at the end of the second lap. So, Flip Ray 2 is out, dropping down in the water, and Gale 5 takes over in second place. Move Along is in third place. And now once again, Flip Ray 2 gets up and goes, but she's falling back to fourth place as Move Along moves into third place. Your lead boat, Maverick, goes halfway up the backstretch in this the third time around the course. And Bardall comes down now and goes past Wild Root Charlie and moves up a notch. Bardall, at the end of her first lap, or her second lap now, is running in sixth place. Well, let's take a look back through the field now. Your lead boat way out in front by better than 20 seconds over the nearest competitor is Maverick. Maverick out in front in this race, and Bill Wagner has himself a hot boat. And back, about 30 seconds back, halfway up the backstretch, is your second place boat, and that is Wild Bill Cantrell in Gale 5. And it's Move Along coming hard after him as Flip Ray 2 is dropped back now, and here comes Bardall on, and he's going to go by Flip Ray 2 halfway up the backstretch. Mira Slovak driving like a demon. Coming on. Out of the turn now to the left-hand side, and his third time around the course. The lead boat is Maverick. And so going up the backstretch, the boat that is trying to make up on the field after going dead in the left-hand corner is Mira Slovak. He'll go by Flip Ray 2 in that left-hand corner. Move Along is having a tough time now contesting and is moving in there past Gale 5 as they go through the left-hand turn in the third time around. Maverick comes down to the finish line into lap 3. 7 more to go. Maverick out in front now, and the rest of the field. Gale 6 is back in the pits. And coming out of the left-hand turn, we have Gale 5 on the inside corner. Move Along on the out. Move Along is leading by about a half a boat length and is getting ready to take over in second place. On the speeds, Maverick 96, 86, and 85 miles an hour for the first 2 times around the course. Move Along takes over in second place now at the 1,000-foot mark. Move Along in second place. In third place is Gale 5. And Bardall is coming up directly behind her. And Flip Ray 2 is slipped back. Up at the left-hand turn, Wild Root Charlie trails is last in the field. The lead boat is Maverick. Maverick is halfway up the backstretch. We're in lap number 4. Maverick is leading. Second place has Move Along. And third place is Bardall. Bardall is coming on real hard now. Bardall has moved up. Bardall coming up now, trying to catch up. Will take over second place from Move Along. Slovak moving now, really coming on real hard. And Maverick is leading. Maverick is halfway through the left-hand turn in the fourth time around the course. Your last place boat is Wild Bob Schrader in Wild Root Charlie. Move Along is slipped back now to third place. Flip Ray 2 is fourth, and Gale 5 is fifth. And Wild Root Charlie is last, and Gale 6 is out of it. 3/4 of the way through the left-hand turn in his fourth time around the course. Your lead boat, Maverick. And Bardall is coming on at him real hard. After having been drowned out in the left-hand corner, he's worked his way back up through the field. You'll remember that Mira Slovak did that very thing out here last year after getting off to a bad start. Will he be able to catch this boat, the Maverick, which has been leading from wire to wire, which now approaches the 1,000-foot mark, 500 feet away from the end of lap number 4. Maverick over the line, leader at the end of lap 4, starting lap 5. Maverick in lap number 5. Bardall coming on now, moving down to the 1,000-foot mark, and is quite a distance away, but they still have 5 laps to go. Ultimately, Maverick will lap the last place boat Wild Road Charlie, which is laboring out of the right-hand corner. The rest of the field trails. It's a two-boat race at the moment. As Move Along is slipped back now. It's in third. Slipway 2 is in fourth. Gale 5 is fifth. Bardol is going now to the entrance buoy of the right-hand corner, and Maverick is just coming out. Here comes your third-place boat. It is Move Along, running in third place, 20 seconds behind the leader. Out comes Slipway 2. He is 2 seconds behind. Brian Weigel takes over in third place as they start the fifth lap. And in fifth place is Gale 5. In last place is Wild Road Charlie. Three-quarters of the way up the backstretch is Maverick. Maverick coming on hard. And he's 20 seconds out in front of Bardol. And this is the fifth time around the course. Bardol just off the exit buoy of the right-hand corner. And Slipway 2 has come off that right-hand corner. And is just barely out in front of Move Along for third and fourth place. Slovak coming hard now. Maverick moving halfway through the left-hand turn, getting ready to lap Wild Road Charlie. Bill Stead coming on. And now the Slipway 2 begins to show a lot of life as she's moving in third place. Slipway 2 is coming to life again. And Gale 5 is in fourth place, and Move Along has dropped back. Now Move Along has moved into fourth place, and Gale 5 has dropped back as they go halfway up the back stretch. Here's a lapping taking place at the 1,000-foot mark. Maverick on the outside, lapping off on the last place boat, Wild Road Charlie. And it is Bardol coming on now, real hard, narrowing that gap between the two boats. End of lap number 5, your lead boat is Maverick, and Bardol is coming on to lap Wild Road Charlie at the end of lap number 5 for Bardol. Bardol is 10 seconds behind the leader. Your third place boat is Slipway 2. Move Along's in fourth, a half boat length behind, and Gale 5 is fifth, and Wild Road Charlie is sixth. Out of a 7-boat field, Gale 6 has gone to the pit. It is Maverick now being chased by Bardol. Bardol is coming on and is less than 4 seconds behind as they go out of the corner. Slipway 2 is in fourth place. Wild Road Charlie has dropped out of it. Three-quarters of the way up the backstretch. It is Maverick out in front of Bardol, and Bardol is coming on. A tremendous two-boat duel. Bardol is charging. He's worked his way all the way up from last place. Wild Road Charlie has gone to the pit. Slipway 2 has moved into fourth place. Everybody moves up one. Now Bardol is coming on at the three-quarter mark of the backstretch. Maverick is leading, but it looks like Bardol is going to overtake him. Let's see if he does. There's less than a buoy marker between them. We're halfway through the left-hand turn in this, the sixth time around the course. It's anybody's boat race. Ira Slovak coming on now, narrowing that gap. And Slipway 2 is taken over in third place. And Move Along. Move Along is out of it. And now Bardol is coming to the inside corner. Just less than a boat length away from Maverick. Maverick is coming down to the 1,000-foot mark, and it's Mira. And Bardol has gone dead off the turn out of the left-hand side, and Maverick is running all by himself. End of lap number 6. Maverick out in front now. Slipway 2 has taken over in second place, and he is almost 30 seconds behind. Here's the distance. The distance is Maverick going into the right-hand corner, and Slipway 2 just coming out of the left-hand corner. Bardol, after a tremendous game try, just approaching the end of the 6th lap, is out of it for the moment, has drifted off the course, and Mira can't get her started, at least for the moment. Slipway 2 has taken over in second place, and we have a total of 3 boats left on the course with 1 dead in the water. Slipway 2 is now second at the end of the 6th lap. And Mira Slovak gets Bardol going again, but he has slipped back to third place. Mira Slovak has her running again, so once again he has to put the charge on. Mira Slovak coming down now to approach the end of lap number 6. He has slipped to third place. Slipway 2 is in second, 30 seconds behind the leader, going out of the right-hand corner. Bardol just past he is now at the end of the 6th lap. Into the left-hand corner now. We have the lead boat, Maverick, in the left-hand corner, and the Gale 5. has just come across the line. Gale 5 is now running in 4th place. The Maverick going slowly through the top part of the left-hand turn as Tripway 2 comes on. And the Bardol is trying to get back up in the race. Maverick coming off the left-hand turn. Here are your average speeds. Maverick 96, 86, 85, 87, 87, and 95. Let's go back to the field. Your lead boat is Maverick. Maverick coming out of the left-hand corner in her 7th time around the race. She is out in front, leading over Tripway 2, just now going through the top part of the left-hand turn. And the 3rd place boat just coming up the 3/4 mark of the backstretch is Bardol. And in 4th place, coming out of the right-hand corner, is the the Gale 5, as the Move Along is out of it. Maverick has just gone by us now to start in 1st place, or 8th lap. And the 2nd place boat is just coming out of the left-hand corner. That left-hand corner, Tripway 2, coming down to the 1,000-foot mark, is better than 20 seconds behind the leader. Bardol is in 3rd place, 20 seconds behind the 2nd place boat. And Gale 5 is in 4th place. Tripway 2 just went by. She is 30 seconds behind the leader. Here comes Bardol to the 1,000-foot mark at the end of her 7th lap. We're in the 8th lap for the leader. There goes Bardol over the line. And Maverick, the leader, is halfway up the backstretch. Gale 5, coming off the left-hand corner, is running in 4th place in what is now a 4-boat field. It started out as a 7-boat field, but Move Along is out of it. So is Gale 6 and Wild Root Charlie. So Maverick goes 3/4 of the way up the backstretch, and this is her 8th time around the course. She is better than 30 seconds out in front of Tripway 2, the 2nd place boat, and about 40 or 45 seconds out in front of Bardol, which was close to contesting with her when she had trouble coming off the exit buoy a lap ago. Gale 5 is just coming down now at the end of her lap in last place. Maverick out in front, coming off the exit buoy, and this her 8th time around the course. Maverick leading in the race. Tripway 2 is 2nd, 35 seconds behind. And Bardol running in 3rd place, 3/4 of the way up the backstretch, is about 45 seconds behind. Maverick coming off the exit buoy, coming down to the 1,000-foot mark. Out in front now, and this, her 8th time around the course. 500 feet away from the finish of her 8th lap. The lead boat, Maverick, starting lap number 9. And so we see Tripway 2 having trouble coming off the exit buoy of the left-hand corner. And Bardol is coming on now. Bardol will take over in 2nd place as Tripway 2 is having trouble at the 1,000-foot mark. Here comes Bardol going like a bomb and coming on real hard. He hasn't given up yet. Miroslav driving a tremendous race. Has worked his way up to the field again. Over the line goes Miroslav. He is 20 seconds behind the leader. And Tripway 2 is put to 3rd. So your 4 boats out there. Maverick is out in front. Your 2nd place boat is Bardol. And 3rd place is Tripway 2. 4th place is Gale 5. Halfway up the backstretch. Here's the Maverick leading. And it looks like Bardol circling around out there. Missed the buoy. She has to go back, so she slipped back to 3rd place. That's in the right-hand corner. Miroslav missed the buoy. Man, everything's happening to that poor kid today. So he circles back at the entrance buoy of the right-hand corner, and Tripway 2 takes over, but brother, he's having trouble. So, halfway through the top turn, that's the turn to our left, we have the lead boat, Maverick. She's out in front by better than 45 seconds now, and Tripway 2 now taking over in 2nd place, as Maverick has slipped, Bardol has slipped to 3rd. Gale 5 is in 4th place, just getting ready to come down to the 1,000-foot mark to complete her lap. Leading in 1st place now, coming down at the end of her 9th lap, is the Maverick. She's approaching the 1,000-foot mark on the straightaway chute for home. In 2nd place, 35 seconds away, is the Tripway 2. And in 3rd place, 45 seconds behind, 3/4 of the way up the backstretch, is Bardol. 500 feet away, over the line goes Maverick, starting her 10th and final lap in 1st place. Now let's see what she leads the field by. Tripway 2 is just coming off the exit buoy of the left-hand corner. And just entering the left-hand corner is the Bardol. And the Gale 5, running a steady race with Bill Cantrell at the wheel, is just off the exit buoy of the right-hand corner in 4th place. It's a 4-boat field. 7 started, 4 are now left in it. Coming down to the 1,000-foot mark in 2nd place. He'll be better than 30 seconds behind the leader. It is Brian Weigel in Slipway 2. Over the line goes Brian Weigel, starting his end of the final lap. In 3rd place, coming down to the 1,000-foot mark to start his 10th and final lap, is Myra Slovak in Bardal. Over the line goes Bardal. She is 50 seconds behind the leader. Your leader, 3/4 of the way up the backstretch, is the Maverick, going real hard out there, real steady race. Her average speed has been around 87, 95, 88, and 90 going into this 10th and final lap. So let's go back through the field. We have a lead boat 3/4 of the way up the backstretch in our 10th and final time around the course, and that is Maverick. And then down here, just coming off the exit buoy to the right-hand corner, is the Slipway 2. She's having trouble again. She can't get accelerated, and once again the Bardal charges at her and starts to take over halfway up the backstretch. Slipway 2 is laboring and takes over in 2nd place, and the 4th place boat just comes off the exit buoy to the left-hand side, and if Maverick wants to stick his foot in it, he could lap this boat before the end of this next lap. But Maverick is taking no chances. He's well out in front by some 35 seconds over the boat that is now 2nd, and the Gale 5 is just rounding out of the right-hand corner. And it'll be an interesting challenge to see if Gale 5 can come up and take over 3rd place in the final standings in this race. Here comes Bardal, 500 feet away, and over the line goes Slovak. He finished the race 25 seconds behind the winner of the Mapes Trophy, Maverick. So here's Slipway 2 laboring through the left-hand corner, and Gale 5 has a good chance to take over. Let's see, this is going to be real close, because Slipway 2 is just barely going, and about 3/4 of the way up the backstretch, you have Gale 5. So the big challenge out here is to see whether or not Slipway 2 will be able to hang on and finish in 3rd place, or will Gale 5 be able to come on and take her? Bill Cantrell with a smooth-running boat out there. Joe Saints didn't think the boat would run that well at this altitude. They hadn't had a chance to work for her. And now Slipway 2 has kicked up a little rooster tail storm out there coming off the exit buoy, the left-hand side, and evidently Brian Weigel has cleared up the difficulty, as he's going to finish this race in 3rd place, and he'll finish about 1 minute and 15 seconds behind the leader. At the 1,000-foot mark, Brian Weigel in Slipway 2, 500 feet away, and over the line goes your 3rd place finisher, Slipway 2. Now we're getting ready for the 4th and final boat, the Gale 5, to come on. Bill Cantrell at the wheel. He's approaching the 1,000-foot mark. And we get ready for the wrap-up of what turned into be a 4-boat race after 7 in all started. Gale 6 was out of it at about the end of 2.5 laps. The Maverick and Wild Charlie was out of it. Here's your winner, Maverick. From Lake Tahoe, this is the 6th annual Mile High Regatta. To the victor belong the spoils. Down here at the official finish line barge, and where we've operated all day, has been the Maverick. The Maverick has Ricky Iglesias out there in the cowboy hat. The rest of the crew members, I'm quite sure a good many of you recognize. Bill Stead is there, very happy about the whole thing. He had 3 heats in which he was a winner in every one of them, the 2 elimination heats, and now the 3rd and final heat in which Bill Stead, twice a runner-up in this race in a boat called the Hurricane 4, finally managed to make it the full distance and takes the Maverick across the line to be the winner of the 6th annual race. I see Charlie Mapes over here in a boat, anxious to get that big, heavy $5,000 Mapes trophy over to the Maverick and the crew, and they are real happy boys indeed. Our congratulations to Maverick for the win here at the 6th annual Mile High Regatta, and Bardal finishing 2nd, Slipway 2 getting 3rd, and Gale 5 finishing 4th. Gives you the complete story as things break up out here this afternoon at Lake Tahoe. The boats go home, the people go home. It's been a very successful race, and our thanks to the people here and the committee members, Mullen Vicell, the tournament chairman, and to Fred Hallett, the referee, for the wonderful help that we have had. And so, that's it from Lake Tahoe. Bill O'Meara reporting.